Hello, check, check, check.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today's program promises to be both inspiring and insightful. Engineering is not merely about constructing buildings or designing machines, it encompasses problem solving, creativity, and relentless pursuit of innovation. I would like to welcome Dr. Sanjay Sange sir on the stage with a big round of applause. Your presence add immense value to this session. Now, I request Neeraj Ubaye to welcome Dr. Sanjay Sange sir with the token of our respect. Before we begin, let me introduce Dr. Sange sir. He holds a bachelor's degree in IT engineering and further specialized with a master's degree from Mumbai University. Currently, he works as an associate professor in the IT department at Shah and Anchor Kachi Engineering College in Mumbai. Sir has also completed his PhD at NMIMS Mumbai and has been granted two international patents and one Indian copyright. Additionally, he has served as a referee for PhD thesis from Pune University, among many other accomplishments. Now, without any ado, I would like to hand over the stage to Dr. Sanjay Sange sir.
ते इथे लटकव बेल्टला चालेल. Okay, oh. Namaste. Good morning. Okay. Today we will talk about the very different topic. Uh, Basically, it is reason for the engineering teacher's role with IKS. So time to time we'll be having discussion about the IKS and new education policies. Those are required to implement rigorously across all the streams, across all the branches that it could be of engineering, law, medical, pharmaceutical, architecture or commerce, whatever it. Okay. So the purpose of discussion today, what will be your take away from this today's session is that whatever the today's education that we are learning in, what are the system is there, what are the process is there. Okay, we are engineering students and we are supposed to study around 40 to 45 subjects in these 4 years. Okay, that is the minimum thing. Apart from that, additional responsibility comes on most of the uh, teacher shoulder, as well as you, means the current generation, young generation has to play a big role in that. Not only engineering subject we are supposed to learn, basically along with that we have supposed to learn the Indian knowledge system. Now what is Indian knowledge system? Have you heard about this? Yes or no? Raise your hand, just say. Because it should be, I mean to say, interactive session, that will be better. Okay. Uh, so first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you that you have land up in a very auspicious place, very auspicious land, blessed by Gajanan Maharaj. So I would like to start with the blessings of Gajanan Maharaj. Okay. Bolo Gajanan Maharaj ki! Gajanan Maharaj ki! Okay. So let us start with our presentation. See, the engineering teacher's role by integrating IKS in HEI's higher education institutes. What do you mean by this IKS, Indian Knowledge System, and why it is required to use such type of Indian knowledge system in engineering? What is the role of it? What is the purpose of it? Okay, this is not just for the engineering. Okay, it is for all the branches, and why it is required, that will come to know from the various points that is to be get covered in the today's presentation. Okay, next slide please. Okay, first of all I would like to disclaim. Okay, disclaimer is that the information in the presentation is for general introduction of Indian ancient scholarly knowledge. As such, there is no purpose to criticize any country, religion, any community, or politics, or an individual person. This is a very generalized topic. We'll talk about our own culture and what is the values of those culture, why it is supposed to be inculcated in the today's education, why we have been deprived from such kind of very I mean to say the valuable principles, valuable science in the IKS. Generally, Indian knowledge system is has to be get. I mean to say that the perception we have been made in such a way that our perception have been changed towards our culture, towards our Indian knowledge. So it is the right time to change that concept, change that vision. Okay, let us go to the next slide. So the outline for today's presentation is that we'll be having brief introduction about the IKS, what is Indian knowledge system. Then science and IKS, what is the relationship between the science and IKS is nothing but full of engineering and technology. Everything is based on science, nothing is fake, nothing is false in the IKS. That is the purity of Indian knowledge system. Then we'll talk about the various Bhartiya Rishi Munis where they have contributed, in which they have contributed since a long time. From the inception that you can say. It's very difficult to measure the time. Okay. So time to time we'll understand it. Then important point is that inter-civilization impact. Now what do you mean by inter-civilization? What do you mean by civilization? How we have been adversely get affected by the inter-civilization? Which different civilization have been attacked on us? Which, which different civilizations say ruled us? Can you give me some names? Various civilization. What do you mean by civilization first? Okay, Western civil. Now this education system is just like a Western education system, right? Earlier in ancient India, there was a Gurukul Paddhat, you know, Guru Shishya Parampara, right? So we will talk about this today's education system and that Gurukul Guru Shishya Parampara, right? And what kind of thing that we have lost in this last thousands years or hundreds of years. as well as whatever the invaders they came from the various corners of the world and conquer India, ruled India. What were the big question that I would like to throw you is that what was the reasons? What were those reasons because of which the invaders ruled us? Okay, think about it. Get knowledge wherever it is possible from various sources through your discussion with your friends, you're discussing with your relatives, wherever the possible sources are there. But start thinking on it, start getting information about it because it's the need of the day. Next, we'll discuss about the next point is the debate and everything. Okay, so before start of this our presentation, we'll be having some videos playing throughout the presentation. So let's play the first video.
Let's see how many people show up today.
Book launch?
Yes, one second. Oh, one second, one second.
नमस्ते नमस्ते, यहाँ आने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत करने से पहले एक सवाल, क्या आपने इस कमरे में कोई ऐसी चीज देखी है जो आपकी अपनी है पर शायद आप उसे अपना मानते हैं? चलिए कोई बात नहीं, कार्यक्रम समाप्त होने तक शायद समझ में आ जाए। तो शुरू करें।
एक्सक्यूज मी, ये बुक लॉन्च में आपको पे पट्टी बांधने का क्या मतलब है? ऑडियो बुक है क्या?
मेरा नाम अरविंद बैनर्जी है, उम्र 54 साल। 12 साल का था जब एक एक्सीडेंट में मेरी आंखें चली गई। 40 साल तक मैंने सिर्फ वही देखा जो इस वक्त आप लोग देख रहे हैं। 2 साल पहले मेरी सर्जरी हो गई और मेरी आंखें वापस आ गई। यह किताब ना ही उस 12 साल के बच्चे के बारे में है और ना ही उस 40 साल के अंधेरेपन। यह किताब उन 2 साल के बारे में है जब मैंने ये देखा मैं अकेला अंधा नहीं था। कंफ्यूज्ड, मैं भी काफी कंफ्यूज था, क्योंकि जिस देश को मैंने 12 साल तक देखा था और जिस देश को मैंने 40 साल तक सोचा था, वो देश वैसा रहा नहीं यार। त्योहार त्योहार बड़े पसंद है मुझे। हम लोग मिलते थे, गाते थे, बातें करते थे, आज भी करते ऑफ कोर्स। पर क्या उस 6 इंच के स्क्रीन में वो मजा है जो कि एक इंसान अगर सामने हो तो आता है? सन्नाटा नहीं लगता आपको आजकल के त्योहारों में? क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है कि इस देश की ताकत क्या है?
Diversity. Unity in diversity.
यूनिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी। शायद इसी डाइवर्स सोच के चलते लोग आजकल अपने माँ बाप से अलग रहना चाहते हैं, या फिर इसी डाइवर्सिटी को और डाइवर्स बनाने के लिए आजकल स्कूलों में ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट्स फ्रेंच और जर्मन लिए जाते हैं। अरे हाँ, आप कंफ्यूज तो हो गई ना। पुरन पोली, लिट्टी चोखा, ढोकला, अप्पम, चन्ना पोड़ा, मक्की दी रोटी, दाल भाटी, सौंदेश इतने सारे ऑप्शंस जो हैं, तो आप लोग क्या करते हैं? सिंपल से ऑप्शंस ढूंढ लेते हैं, पास्ता, बर्गर, पिज्जा। शायद इसी डाइवर्सिटी की वजह से लोग आज एक दूसरे को समझ नहीं पा रहे।
लेकिन सर, ऐसा थोड़े ही है। वी आर अ प्रोग्रेसिव कंट्री। मॉडर्नाइजेशन होते होते कुछ चीजों में इधर उधर वेस्टर्नाइजेशन हो ही जाता है।
मुझे बताइए, मॉडर्न होना और वेस्टर्नाइज होना एक ही बात है?
पर अरविंद, मुझे लगता है कल्चर अपनी ताकत है, राइट?
जी, I too believe we are rich in culture.
यस मैम, एब्सोल्युटली, आई टू बिलीव द सेम। बट कौन सा कल्चर? वो कल्चर जो देश को महान बनाता है, और दैट कल्चर व्हिच टेक्स प्राइड इन कॉपिंग द वेस्ट। वो कल्चर जो हमेशा सिखाता है कि बड़ों की इज्जत करो, और दैट कल्चर विच पेज रिस्पेक्ट ओनली वंस अ ईयर, मदर्स डे, टीचर्स डे, फादर्स डे। वो कल्चर जो हमें सिखाता है कि दूसरों को स्वयं से हमेशा पहले रखो, और दैट कल्चर विच कीप्स टॉकिंग अबाउट मी, माई सेल्फ एंड आई। वो कल्चर जो हमें सिखाता है अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन के बारे में, पिकासो, डाविंची के बारे में, और दैट कल्चर विच डज नॉट इवन नो अबाउट ब्रह्मगुप्त, सुश्रुत, भास्कराचार्य, चरक। वो कल्चर जिसने इस दुनिया को योग, साधना, विपश्यना सिखाया, और दैट कल्चर which gets distracted by a sound of notification। ये किताब मेरे 40 साल के अंधेपन की कहानी नहीं है, ये हमारे 77 साल के अंधेपन की है, जिसने हमें अपने आप से अलग कर दिया। अब आप लोग अपनी आंखें खोल सकते हैं। बस एक आखिरी सवाल, माना मैं 40 साल से अंधा था, और आप लोगों ने देखना क्यों छोड़ दिया?
सर, वो आपने स्टार्ट में कहा था कि इस हॉल में एक ऐसी चीज है जो हमारी है, पर हम उसे अपना मानते नहीं। सर, वो क्या चीज है?
चलो खुद से एक वादा करें, आंखें खोलने का, अपनी संस्कृति देखने का, और उसे अपना मानने का।
So now this is the right time to open up the eyes. I hope that you understand the purpose of today's presentation, right? Whatever the subject that we are going to study in engineering, one part, but along with that, we have to learn a different thing. I hope that in these 4 years, your takeaway will be a lot from this college. But keep in mind that we have supposed to be inculcate or integrated with this Indian knowledge system. Okay, let us start our journey. So this is all about Akhanda Bharat. So earlier to this words, we have seen the map of India, and Bharat is the name. Now what is the meaning of Bharat? Okay, this is the name of our country. It has some meaning. Bha means light. Rath means towards. It means we are, this is the land where we are taking say from dark towards the light. That's the Bharat. Okay. So, and generally on birthday, what we used to do? About the candles. Okay. When lighten the candles and make out fit on birthday. Okay. But that is the different story. So, this is nothing but the Western culture, how it is imposing on our day-to-day life. There are many ways. So every time we have supposed to rethink over it, that what is the, is it correct, is it right, what is the purpose of it, what is the culture of these Western people, what is our culture, up to which extent that we are supposed to accept it. This is the time to think over it, right? The second is that another name of Bharat is the Arya Varta. Arya, okay. So in, I think in primary schools, probably it has been taught to us that Aryan came from, you know, give me the answer. From where the Aryan came? Khyber Khind? No, no idea. Okay. So in our seventh, I think seventh or eighth standard, there was a book, history book. It was taught us that Aryan came from, say, Gulf area through Khyber Khind, nothing but which is situated in the Peshawar, Pakistan. And recently, I have been interacted with one of the scientists from the BARC, and he has said like this. So, and immediately I asked him that the Aryan basically came from the Khyber, through Khyber Khind, from the Arab countries, or say from that Gulf countries. So he said, no, that was a wrong. That was wrong taught us. So, or in desperately that has been taught to us. Arya, Aryan were the origin. Originally they were from here. Actually, this was the part of India. Afghanistan was the part of India. Gandhar. You know about Gandhar Naresh in Mahabharata? Gandhari. She was from this land. So this India has been broken up into 13 different countries. Don't you think that here we are supposed to think about it? Why it has happened? Why it has happened? How it has happened? From where it has happened? First of all, I think Afghanistan have been detached from the India. So here Aryavart stands for, Arya stands for a developed person. Indians were very developed. Worth stands for Vartan. They were very well behaved people. Okay, the harmony was there amongst them in the society. Okay, no differences. And the culture of our is that we used to we used to give respect to the others. Atiti Devo Bhava, right? Whereas the Western culture teaches us what? Me and myself. They're greedy. Everyone is fighting for the money. Everyone is fighting for their own themselves. They're very centric, self-centric. This is the big difference. We are supposed to understand our culture and others' culture. We are not blaming it. Okay, but this is also important time to think about our culture, to think about our heritage, our knowledge. Okay, so through our presentation, I hope that I will cover some of the points. Acha, okay. So let us see the IKS vision and mission, Indian knowledge system. So this is the site over there. You can go and visit. This new education policy, in which it is insists that Indian knowledge system is supposed to be seamlessly integrated in the today's education, irrespective of branch, in every, from the schooling to the higher education. Okay, so let us see the vision. So to promote the interdisciplinary research on all aspects of Indian knowledge system. Okay, it is not specific, discipline specific. If the student is studying in electrical engineering, it doesn't mean that he has no right or no wish to study others. Now the time has changed. Everyone should know about almost all the possible aspects of knowledge. Okay, and preserve such kind of Indian knowledge, because we have lost it. Hundreds of years, thousands of years, definitely we have lost our Indian knowledge. Okay, now it is required. This is the responsibility of the today's generation, people like you. Okay, disseminate that Indian knowledge system for further research. It is not just like to understand it and preserve. No, you are supposed to do research. So you people, my student, can take up such kind of project along with your technology. You can take up such kind of project related, slightly related to your or relevant to your Indian knowledge system. Okay, so that whatever the research you will do, it should be beneficial for the society. It should have some societal application. This is the vision. To achieve such type of vision, so the mission is that create a database of individuals and organizations who have contributed by way of research. Right? We used to say that we had four Vedas. Okay, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda. Right now we don't have that copies, original copies, translation of it. So this is the time that we can means government has also taken the initiative to translate such kind of precious knowledge, okay, into the various regional languages. Okay, so through teaching, learning, because teaching is the important part through which generation over the generations can be get enlightened through the teaching. Publication, what are the research papers that you are going to present? Publish it in the journals. You can have the programs, HTTP, short-term programs. Some social activities you can have. So preservation of such type of knowledge is very, very important. Okay, so that ancient knowledge and contemporary knowledge, that was a very rich Indian knowledge system is there, ranging from various aspects, various fields. It could be art, it could be music, dance, and you know that Indian music is very popular in the world. Okay, it is not just for the entertainment purpose. Basically, we have been proven that music can change your mood, change your controls your emotions. Even the mentally ill people, mentally ill patients is to get covered just with the help of therapy of the music. Okay, so these are one of the big field where you can work upon, you can do the research. Dance, drama, mathematics. Okay, so mathematics is originated from the India. We should feel proud of it. Okay, then astronomy, science, technology, life science, environment, natural science, healthcare, yoga nowadays. What is the yoga day? 21st June, right? So this is the International Yoga Day have been declared. Next, law, this jurisdictions, economics, social science, psychology, philosophy, management, linguistic, wherever it is possible that we have supposed to preserve it, disseminate it, that Indian knowledge system. Important thing is that oral traditions of India. Okay, now what do you mean by oral tradition? As we already discussed about the Gurukul system, Guru Shishya Parampara. At that time, the literature was not in the is not in the written form. Actually, resources were not available. Like on a palm leaf, some of the granthas that we get. Okay, so Guru Shishya Parampara is that the Shishya was searching the gurus, and he has supposed to, I mean to say, prove that he is capable to receive that knowledge. Okay, that great knowledge. So over the generation over the generation, the knowledge was passing just by Shruti in the sense by sayings, transformation, oral transition, tradition that we can say. Even if in our, we can say your grandmothers used to say some stories. Through that stories, a lot of things are there, lot of principles are there, values are there. Okay, the stories has some hidden Indian knowledge. Even if the medicine at your home that you can work upon it, you can publish, you can do research on it. Simple example that I would like to give. Yesterday I had a online interview with the Ministry of Education in New Delhi. Okay, so in my house, I'm staying here in near by this near to Shegaon, hardly 35 kilometers away from here. Okay, so question is that you know about the Scorpio biting, the common thing in farms. Okay, in the farm, farmer is working, their laborers, children are working. So Scorpio biting is a common thing in our areas, and to get the immediate relief, immediate medicine. So it was very difficult, even just 30 to 40 years back. Okay, to reach to the doctor. I mean, say you suppose you are supposed to go to the taluka place or to the Akola nearest place is that Akola or any district place. Thing is that it was difficult for such type of patient, and that pain is unbearable. But in our family, from more than 100 years, the our grandfather, my grandfather was giving some medicine. Okay, and with 3 doses within 25 to 30 minutes, the pain is getting reduced drastically, and no need to get the this allopathic treatment. So this is the medicine I wanted to get such kind of platform. So IKS is providing, government is providing such type of platform. There is a lot of funding is available. Just go through that site iksindia.org. Hundreds of projects are there, technical projects, huh? So that you can go through that, choose your project. Okay, go to your guide, go to your teacher, and ask, have interaction and ask him that can we have such kind of combination engineering project as along with the Indian knowledge system. Okay, so these are the traditional say oral tradition in the sense that such type of medicine, such type of stories in which a lot of things are there. Even if old phrases are there, Those are very important. Okay. So you are supposed to preserve this knowledge. Okay. Then hidden knowledge in Sanskrit, Prakrit, Tamil, and Pali. Which is the first language on the earth? Which is the first language on the earth? Sanskrit, that is called as a Deva Bhasha. Okay. Deva Bhasha. Next slide, please. New Education Policies 2020. So, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi ji on 7th to 9th June 2020 in the Varanasi, he has inaugurated these new education policies supposed to be implemented. Our education policies, I think it has been changed in 1986. Partially, it has been changed probably in 2005, but no drastic change has been made. But nowadays, say from schooling to the higher education, thousands of resources, like it could be your society, from the society, student, teachers, principals, educators, ministers, and so many opinions have been taken, and collectively decisions have been taken to implement new education policies, where there should be the seamless integration of this Indian knowledge system with the current education system. We are not deviating. We are not saying that do not study engineering. Okay, do study engineering. Okay, but along with this knowledge. So there is a rich, diverse, and multidisciplinary heritage knowledge that we have. Okay, so this culture is coming up, multidisciplinary knowledge. IKS, what the IKS gives you, it will improve your critical thinking, logical reasoning. Critical thinking is important because being engineer, the job of engineer to solve the complex problem, right? So without thinking, without critical thinking, not possible. Beyond the limit, you are supposed to think and get the solution on it. So this is the skill that everyone is supposed to develop, and definitely it will shine with the IKS. So analytical skill, data analytics. This is a big field nowadays coming up. Data science, artificial intelligence. Everywhere this thing is required. Through artificial intelligence, IKS knowledge can be preserved, can be disseminated. So you can take up such kind of projects, right? Even if Sanskrit is the best language for artificial intelligence, for the computer to do the programming. Have you heard about it? So this is the diverse approach, fostering the creativity and the social agility. These are the some skill sets can be developed in the students. Okay, through IKS education. Next, also whatever the engineering is there. Okay, it is insisted that the education complete BE program, Bachelor of Engineering program, should be through the vernacular medium, region wise. In Maharashtra, PCCOE, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune, they have taken the initiative and started teaching engineering course in Marathi. But there is a limitation of what? Technical words dictionary. Vocabulary is less. So again, this is the field where you can create new words. So proportion is accepted here. 80% English, 20% Marathi, and that way the subjects, notes, books have been, it has started to develop such kind of books and study materials. Okay. Revoke cultural enrichment, national integration, and moral values with ethics. So question arises here. So is it required? Are you we are also getting the same things from that current education, no doubt. But here the moral values with this IKS will be more strength, definitely. Okay, we have some different culture. Okay, so this is the integration. So HEIs means what? Higher education institute. It could be medical, it could be philosophy college, art, commerce, law, mathematics, BSc Maths, MSc Maths, economics, engineering, political science, astronomy. Okay, like this, when we can seamlessly integrate Indian knowledge system with the present engineering or present education system. As we are discussing about, we can take up such type of projects. Next, can you recognize these images? These images of what? Speak loudly. Nalanda University and Takshashila. Okay, so Nalanda University. So this is the old. This Takshashila, I think, the oldest university. Nalanda is also there. Like this, there were 18 such type of universities where more than 60 disciplines were taught. Okay, so Here Takshashila is 600 to 500 BC before Christ, then which have been developed by Mauryan Empire. Okay, but it has been destroyed by Huns who came from the Hungary. Similarly, for this Nalanda is that which is 425 AD to 1205 AD. Okay, which has been developed by King Kumaragupta I. It has been destroyed. Well known. I think everybody is known about that. Bakhtiyar Khilji. So such and you know about that this Nalanda University was burning around 3 months, continuously 3 months. This building at that time probably more than 9 floors. Such, can you imagine what kind of knowledge that we have lost at that time? So this is the big responsibility that how to recover such kind of knowledge, revoke that kind of knowledge which is lost. But it is also available in different forms. How? That we will talk about that. IKS, which gives the mirror and lens. Now, what do you mean by this mirror and lens? We can see ourselves what we are now. Lens, nothing but what? Where minutely we can have observation, where we can work upon, where we can do research, where we can revoke this knowledge and enrich our culture. Okay, it could be from say Vedic literature. It will you get it from various culture or festivals has immense importance. There are a lot many lessons are there from the festivals, rituals and science. Definitely, whatever the things that we are discussing behind that there is a science. Okay, but it is required to have a healthy discussion on it. With open-minded, definitely you will get a lot many things from this or IKS with the scientific knowledge and technical principles behind it. Next slide, please. Okay. Okay, NAP 2020. Okay, this is the first revision that was amendment done in 1992. Okay, but here with the help of these policies, with this NAP 2020, that by 2030, 100% gross enrollment ratio should be there. It means that 100% population of the India should be literate. No one should be deprived from the education. This is the basic right of that child, you can say. Parak is the scheme that you can visit this site and try to understand to get the more knowledge about this Parak. Parak means performs, assessment, review of that, analysis, do the analysis of knowledge for holistic development. This is a very important word, holistic development. What do you mean by holistic? Means complete development. The person who is very good in technique, but you don't know, mostly the engineers, this is the back, they are not good in the finance. Okay, very few are there, no doubt. Engineering with MBA finance, good career. Okay, so holistic development means that from the 360-degree, should be the development of the student, not in a one vertical only. Is the purpose. Okay, mathematics thinking should increase. Developing mathematical models in their seminars, in their project, in their research work. Okay, so that will be increased with the help of this IKS. Scientific temperament, so that should be the scientific temper coding. It should be implemented from the 6th class and onwards. So that government has started many more vocational courses. So pattern have been changed. 10 plus 2 structure have been changed with this 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, so that you can study about it. What is this pattern? The new education. Sanskrit, 3 language formula. At least whatever your own language is there, you're studying through. That it could be Tamil, Kerala, Karnataka language, whatever that you can say. But along with that, try to learn Sanskrit. Okay. Flexibility should be in subjects. Choice you have. Right now you have honor minor subject that you have. Minor subject, probably from second year onwards you may get elective subject choice, minor subject choice and so on. Okay, so there is a multiple entry and multiple exit. This is the beauty of this NEP 2020, means it is no compulsion. If the student has taken admission in first year, but because of some reasons he is not able to continue second year, so he can stop over there. He will get one say certification course. After 2 years, if you do the second year of their graduation, he may get diploma certification. If he will do the third year and fourth year, he may get graduation certificate. In this way, there is a multiple entries. He can then, what do you mean by multiple entry and multiple exits? So once he has taken admission, it doesn't mean that he has to complete all 4 years and go out. So meanwhile, he has the exit. Again, he can work some for few years and come back. That possibility, that flexibility is given here. Okay, education budget has been raised to 6% of your GDP from 1.7%. This is the big initiative of the government. 6% of the GDP is the big amount. Okay, and I would like to appeal to you that you have supposed to utilize this is for you people and generations over the generations, right? So if you will not use it, then who will use it? So try to get the knowledge about various funding schemes for research, for your project, for your project competition, okay, presenting paper in the conferences and so on. Okay, so this is the, you have the ample opportunities to work in these areas. So by 2020, 2040, this is the dream. This is the vision of the government, that by 2040 all higher education institutes will be multidisciplinary, students 3000 plus, as well as there will be no affiliation of the university. That's why government is motivating to have the autonomy status, deemed university status, okay, and affiliation status will be removed. So there should be the literacy, 100% literacy should be there in the youth as well as in the youth. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So at a glance, you can have this 5,000 years of Indian history, right? You can say here the year zero. Year zero means what? Year zero means what? Can you tell me? Yes, speak loudly. BC and that, you know, before Christ. Okay, after Christ. Okay, so this is the ancient period, 500 before Christ. Vedic era was this one, and up to say this is the Indus Saraswati civilization, where at that time this is called as a Bronze Age. So at that time, Harappan civilization that we already Mohenjo-daro and Harappan, that civilization was very rich. That was the town planning, water sewerage, and so on. So civil engineering was at that time, construction was at that time, water management. Okay, so everything was planned. So this was the again from, you can say this is the nothing but Vedic era. Okay, Upanishads and so many Mahabharata, Ramayana came over there. Then there is a, you can say the Bhagwan Mahavir and Buddha's period over there. Later on, Alexander came who attacked. This is the period from where the invader starts. Because at that time, India was only the richest country on the globe. So everywhere, from every corner, there was a threat to conquer the India. So the invaders came and they came to loot the India. Okay. So these are the again various. Will not go much. Will not go in that detail. Okay. So you can say here, this is the Gauri came, then Kutubuddin Aibak came, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Later on here, so you can see the Guru Nanak Ji came, Maharana Pratap, Shivaji Maharaj, and everything later on this period came. But during this big period, what happened, you can imagine. We have lost a lot. Anyway, so this is the middle, this is a medieval period, then Sultanate came, then Mughal came, British came, and here somewhere with 1947 we have got the dependence, and at present we are working here 2000 plus. Okay, then Veds. We'll talk about the Vedas. There are 4 Veds. Okay, Yajurved, Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Atharvaved. Okay, If you talk about that, this is the Rigveda is nothing but Agni Namak Rishi, Vayu Namak Rishi. The Samveda have been developed with the Aditya Namak Rishi. Atharva Ved have been developed by Angida Namak Rishi. This is important to read this kind of thing. ये जो ऋषियों के नाम ऊपर लिखे हैं, ये वेदों के लेखक या रचयिता नहीं, तो कौन है? Somewhere someone should write it, right? Then who has constructed it? Who has written it? From the inception it is there, so there is no proof have been yet concretely found that who has written it. Because at that time no practice was of writing, definitely no paper, no pen, no pencil was there. Right? After a long period, after these hundreds of thousands of years, something was started to write on the palm leaf. Right? So it was just in the words, in the form of words only. So let us see. वेद तो नित्य है, अतः उनकी रचना नहीं होती है. तो किस रचना नहीं होती है means how the slokas are there, literature is there, script is there. Okay, so this is very important point over here. And so वेद तो ईश्वर प्रदत्त ज्ञान है. Okay, it has been arrived to us from the God, but how, in which form it has arrived, this is also important to know. And surprise that behind that there is a science. Okay, let us see. यह वेद ज्ञान सृष्टि के प्रारंभ में इन चार पवित्रतम ऋषियों के अंतःकरण में समाधि की अवस्था में था. What do you mean by समाधि अवस्था? Okay, so again we have to think in that. What do you mean by samadhi avastha? It is in the meditation form, right? So this is samadhi avastha mein prakashit hua, how it has been evolved. Is that we used to say about Rishi Munis, okay? They do the meditation. Okay, and here I would like to take the privilege that sometimes I will talk in Hindi and Marathi also. Okay. So in which way we have received this knowledge from the God? Okay. How many of you are, how many students are here from telecommunication engineering? Can you raise your hand? Many more. What is the meaning of telecommunication? Speak loudly. Tele means far. Communication means transferring message from one end to another end over the distance, right? So we know that our Rishi Munis, they were doing the meditation in Himalaya, just you can say for days and days, months over months, years over years. Okay. So you know the principle of transmission and receiving the signal, transreceiver. Have you heard about transreceiver? There is a transmitting antenna. As simple example, as both of you are talking on the mobile phone, one mobile is say transmitting some signal and other is receiving. Simple that way. This is the principle behind it. But how this how these rishis acquired, received this knowledge from the God? This is very important. Okay. Somewhere I have seen watch one video which was of one of the vice chancellor, retired vice chancellor from Andhra Pradesh University, somewhere Hyderabad, from Hyderabad probably. Okay, he's saying that these Rishi Munis, when they were in the meditation stage in the instant pure form, pure state, when there is the connection. Okay, so their ears and their ears, they were having contact. How? I don't know exactly, but they were having that kind of contact with the God, and they were able to receive those signals. You know what is the minimum condition is required to receive that signal? Receiver is supposed to be get tuned. You used to tune FM stations. Okay, can you give me the name of any frequency of that FM station? FM station. रेडियो सुनते हैं कि नहीं आप? नहीं? 104 104 मेगाहर्ट्ज है ना? ठीक है, whatever that 94.2 megahertz, that is nothing but frequency that you are supposed to tune, you are supposed to set. Then and then it is possible to receive that signal. It means that behind there is the principle of maximum power transfer theorem. Probably you will study it in second year. Maximum power transfer theorem means there is one circuit and there is a second circuit. The whatever the power at the end terminal of this or output terminal of the first circuit is there, you are supposed to transfer it maximum 100% ideally to the second circuit, but there are some losses. Okay, neglecting that loss, maximum power should be transferred from say output terminal of first circuit to the input terminal of second circuit. This is called as a maximum power transfer theorem. And for that purpose, there is a one condition is called as a resonance condition. Okay, you know that capacitor and inductor, capacitive reactance and inductive reactance, those are complement to each other. Okay, so you are supposed to set the value of that capacitor and value of inductor in such a way that their effect will be get nullified to each other, complement to each other, and the overall resistance. You know, the capacitive reactance is measured in which unit? Reactance measures in which unit? Ohm, right? Pure resistor you used to measure in ohm. Inductive reactance measures in ohm. Okay, so but it has a phase lag and phase lead kind of effect that will be get cancelled with the help of this capacitive and inductive reactance. Because of which at that particular frequency the overall reactance becomes zero. If the resistance is zero means full current will pass, full current will pass means full power will transfer. Clear? So this is the basic principle behind it and how. So these Rishi Munis, they were in the meditation, very cool and calm state, and were ready to accept maximum knowledge, okay, from the universe, okay, with their accept where they were receiving that knowledge, and they have tried to convert it into their own words. In that is nothing but Sanskrit language. So their ears and hairs were acting as antennas. In this way, they were receiving such kind of knowledge, and even though in today's day also this kind of knowledge is available in the space. Okay, in the Himalayas, it is available in the form of waves, but you are supposed to reach to that level. So right now you can understand the level of that our Rishi Munis. A great respect comes definitely from the bottom of the heart, right? Yes or no? So, so these are all then four Vedas are there, then Vedangas, parts, and Upanishads that will not go much detail about it. Okay, darshanas. So whatever these darshanas are there, this is the name of this topic. You can say Vaisheshika, Nyaya. Nyaya means न्यायपालिका अपन बोलते हैं ना न्यायपालिका न्याय देना दंड देना so the teacher Gautam Rishi was there and he has written this is the logic to the epistemology they were providing such type of nyaya sankhya yoga mimamsa that is nothing but this kind of science okay hermeneutics and rituals our rituals are there are the basic principles science is behind it. Okay, Vedanta, this is written by the Vyasas, metaphysics, nothing but science. There are some examples. Dharma is very important thing. What do you mean by dharma? Definitely we'll talk about our dharma, Sanatan dharma, and it is why it is required to know about it because we don't know much about our culture, right? We'll not talk about others, other religions and all. But what are dharma? Dharma means जो धारण किया जा सकता है in our day to day life. Okay, dharam nothing but it teaches how to live life. How to live life. So there are some of the points that we'll discuss here. Dhriti, patience. In life, one should be very firmness about it, perseverance, act with determination. Okay, so this is the important characteristic that one should have. If you are taken admission for the engineering, definitely you should have a motive that after I'll complete it, I'll complete my graduation from this college in these 4 years. For that purpose, I'll work hard. I'll put my all efforts, right? I'll study hard. So this kind of determination should be there in. So patiently you are supposed to reach towards your goal. This is nothing but taught in our dharma. Kshama, forgiveness. To let go of resentment and anger. Kshama yachana. Generally these are the our values. कुछ सामने वाले ने गलती किया that we used to क्षमा. But up to some extent. Here we have supposed to take the example of Prithviraj Chauhan. क्या हुआ? पृथ्वीराज चौहान के बारे में कुछ पता है? बता सकते हैं? 16 बार हराया था। किसको हराया था? किसको? रिमेम्बर, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द नेम। 16 बार अटैक किया था। गौरी या हाँ ठीक है, 17 बार क्या, 17वीं बार किया, 16 बार उसको माफ कर दिया, 17वीं बार ने उसको पृथ्वीराज चौहान को हरा दिया। फिर उसने माफ नहीं किया। बट इन आवर culture, forgiveness is there, but there should be some limit, not every time. So this is the takeaway from today's session. Okay, whoever that the person is there, up to some extent forgiveness is there, but not for, you have supposed to control on your anger also. This is also important. This is a sometimes we used to get blast with anger because of some situation, right? So try to understand why there should be some limitations. Dhamma, self control, emotion control. We Indian people are very emotional, attachy. Okay, sometimes we are supposed to keep a control on that emotions, that it will come through the yoga and meditation. There are some shastras are also there. Okay, the next is that astheya, non-stealing. Okay, through actions we have not, definitely we don't encourage to steal someone's work, to steal someone's property. Okay, so that is not only of doing some action, it could be the speech, lying. Your thought should be pure, not corrupted. Okay, not चोरी वाले चोरी चपाटी के सोच नहीं होनी चाहिए, ये हमारा हमें धर्म सिखाता है. It is the way of living life. Such cleanness, definitely we believe on it. Internal and external purity around us, definitely purity matters a lot. Internally, by mind, internally body should be very clean. Otherwise, we used to get sick if there is imbalance in our body. Then Indriya Anigraha, control over the organs. Okay, control this whatever the organs that body organs that we have in different situations, we have supposed to control on that. Where to active, where to not to active. Okay, so that control is important, which has been taught us to Dharma. Then the. Okay, then this is nothing but what, this is the benevolent intellect is corrupt and exploit the society. We don't have that kind of thought process that how I will harm the society. No, not to harm the society. Don't do any kind of such kind of act so that it will be harmful for the society. Vidya, spiritual knowledge, correct knowledge, pure knowledge we are supposed to acquire. This should be the attitude, this should be the ability in everyone who is the knowledge seeker, pure knowledge, okay, correct knowledge. Then Satyam, truthfulness, okay. Facts should be presented as they are. Such bolna, definitely. Okay, these are our values which comes from our generation over the generation and from various festivals as well as from the various rituals also. Akrodha, non-anger, absence of anger. So these are the principles or values taught us in our dharmas. Okay, let us move to the next slide. The A part that will talk about the science and Indian knowledge system. Right? So Shweta Padma Dharma, which is given in the Rig Veda. Okay, this prism, you know about the prism, simple white ray, white light ray is to be get converted into different 7 colors, basic 7 colors. Indradhanusha, right? So this has been it has been given over here by Newton. We used to say this has been invented by Newton in 1665. Probably Jack Maxwell, he has worked in 19th century. We are aware about these names. Okay, but we don't know about this is nothing but given in Rig Veda. Evidence. Surya Mandir. ये जो 7 घोड़े है ना, these are the different colors. Okay, these are the Shweta Padma Dharma. So from a Shweta means white. White color is to be get split into different component, colored component. Okay, violet, blue, green, yellow, orange. These are the. So these are the symbols. 7 horse, nothing but the symbols of this splitted light. Okay, so can you imagine the science was there, which is given in the Rig Veda? First example that we have seen. Can you read it out? हनुमान चालीसा कितने लोग पढ़ते हैं? पढ़ते हैं? ठीक है, इसका मीनिंग समझ में कभी पढ़ा होगा? जुग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानु लिल्यो ताही मधुर फल जानू. इसका मतलब क्या है, कैसे लिखा है? ठीक है, हम पढ़ते हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ते, भक्ति होती है, ठीक है, बट उसके पीछे भी साइंस है. वो क्या? लेट अस सी. सो वन युग, युग मतलब 12,000, 12,000, राइट. एक युग होता है 12,000 साल. वन सहस्त्र, दैट यू विल नॉट अबाउट इट. सहस्त्र मतलब 1,000. एग्रीड. वन योजना मीन्स 8 miles. युग सहस्त्र योजना written in the text form. So if we will do this kind of calculation, 12,000 into 1,000 into 8, it becomes 96,000,000 miles. This much mile. Now 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometer. This is the standard. Okay, 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometer is the standard one. So this further implies that distance is nothing but if you multiply it with this 1.6, you will get this like 153,600,000, this much kilometer. And NASA has also proven that the distance between Earth and Sun is this much. Okay, so this is nothing but what? But here it is given in the Hanuman Chalisa, right? Because Hanuman at the childhood, he made a jump to catch the sun because he was considering it as just like a fruit for him, right? So from this, so this has some meaning. कैसे लिखा होगा? How they have done such kind of calculation? Whoever has written this kind of text, right? But definitely it requires some calculation behind it. आपको एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हो, उसके पीछे बाद में कैलकुलेशन करते हैं ना, फॉर्मूला लगाते हैं. So without science it is not possible. Agreed? So can you imagine the depth of science in your eye case? This is the second example. Temple architecture is the old heritage of us. Temple, we used to go to in the temple and for darshanas. Okay, but what is the meaning of temple? Why we get peace over the in the temple? Okay, what is the importance of bhakti in the temple? हमें अच्छा क्यों लगता है भगवान के दर्शन जब हम करते हैं तो? So there is a science behind it. Just because of say believeness or bhakti, we are getting that happiness. Okay, that is the final fruit. But behind that there is a science. To build a temple, it has science. So let us understand. Up to some extent, I am able to explain you. So you can say this is the man laying over here and the structure of the temple, architecture of the temple. This is the generally in South India you can find out such type of temples. When you enter, nothing but this is called as a gopuram. In this gopuram, there is nothing but a feet of the god. The god is lying throughout the temple premises. So then there is a, after gopuram there is a prakaram. Okay, then there is a dhwaja. Okay, and these all words are there. It has some meaning. If you are interested, go to it. Try to find out the meaning of each and every word over here. And at the end, here you can see the Visuddha, see this Anahata, okay, and so all. Everywhere it is related to your. Here you can say if you are entering in front of the God means you are entering in the heart of the or near to the God. Our heart is there. Then there is a, you can say this is a, where there is a, you can say जहाँ मूर्ति होती है ना, वहाँ पर यहाँ पर पूरा वर्टिकल एक्सिस, वाई एक्सिस, ब्रेन को दिखाया, ओके, हेड को दिखाया. व्हाट डज इट मीन्स? वहां पर जो स्टैचू रहता है, देन वी बोर्ड एंड टच टू द फीट ऑफ द स्टैचू, कोई भी हो भगवान की मूर्ति, ठीक है. सो स्टैचू इज व्हाट? इट इज जस्ट द मीडियम. अगर हम लोग हम टच करते हैं, माथा टेकते हैं मूर्ति को, चाहे वो मूर्ति गजानन महाराज की मूर्ति हो या फिर हनुमान जी की हो, शिव शंकर जी हो, कोई भी, वॉट एवर द मूर्ति इज देयर, then we will touch it, then through this vertical line, and there is a structure of kalasha. Kalash is what pointed towards the sky, towards 90%, 90 degree vertically. So it means that our soul is directly connecting with the Paramatma. Atma is connecting to the Paramatma. So this is the science behind it. You got the importance of architecture? So this is the importance. So this is called as a Vimana. Viman goes up that it flies in the sky, right? Similarly, we used to get connection of our Atma with the Paramatma. Right? Let's move to the next slide. Distance between Earth and Sun. Distance between Earth and Moon. ठीक है? कितने लोग माला जपते कभी देखा होगा माला जपते हुए? हम जपते कितने मनी होते हैं उसमें? 108. क्यों होते हैं? कुछ उसके पीछे रीजन? No one, I think, no question arises in our mind. 108 ही क्यों होते हैं? But there is science behind it. Okay, let us study that science today. So this is the, you can say, Earth, Sun. Here on left hand side there is a moon. Okay, try to understand. This is the center of Earth. You can say this is the center of moon, center of Sun. The distance between, let us say, the distance between center of Earth and center of moon is equal to the diameter of moon, but it is multiplied with 108. मीन्स 108 अगर चंद्रमा ऐसे रखे between the center point of the moon and the center point of Earth, then and then that it becomes the equal distance between these two centers of the moon and Earth. That's why it has importance 108. Similarly, if you take the diameter, complete one sun, if you keep between the center of Earth and the center of Sun, it will take 108 number of suns between these two centers. That's why this figure comes 108. So ये 108 ऐसे हवा में नहीं आया, ठीक है, इसके पीछे ये रीजन है 108 बार. If you do the multiplication, you will get the answer. कैसे कैलकुलेट किया होगा उन लोगों ने? सन का डायमीटर मेजर करना, मून का डायमीटर मेजर करना, अर्थ का डायमीटर मेजर करना, देन उसके बाद में दोनों सेंटर के बीच में 108 टाइम्स बैठते हैं. सो डेफिनेटली इट रिक्वायर्स थॉरो नॉलेज ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, थॉरो नॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग, राइट? विदाउट दैट इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. है क्या नहीं? सो दिस इज द not a magic figure, it comes after a lot of science is behind it, right? It comes after a lot of rigorous calculation. Next, why it is auspicious for us? Why it is important for us? Let us take, because there is a science. This is called as the figure of life. Why it is figure of life? If I'll try to think that this earth will be closer 10% towards the sun, what will happen? It will get overheated and the life will not be possible. Everything will be get burned out. Clear? If you are trying to move this earth towards the moon by 10%, the temperature of earth falls down in such a way that the entire earth will be with ice. Again, life will not be possible. Clear? So it will be possible if you will keep the distance 108 over here and 108 over here. That's why this is the figure of life. This is the science behind it, right? Understood? Next, pi की वैल्यू कितनी होती है? 3.14. ठीक है, वो भी वैल्यू हमें हमारे शास्त्रों में मिलती है. इट इज रिटन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ श्लोकास, राइट? लेट अस रीड दिस. चतुराधिकम शतष्ट गुणम द्वाषष्टिस्तथा सहस्त्राणम अयुतद्वयस्य विष्कभस्य आसन्नो वृत्तपर्यनाः. Okay, this is the Sanskrit shloka. Let us understand the meaning of it. So you are supposed to add what? 4 in 100. Chatura means 4. Adhik, add. Adhik means addition. In what? Shata means 100. Okay, so 100 is added in 4. Gunam means multiplication. You are supposed to multiply it by 8. Everything is written in the shloka in the Sanskrit form. Then Dvasashtis Tatha, it means the 62,000, 62,000. Then you will get that value Sahasranam, so this is 62,000. Okay. The next line it indicates shows that it should be get divided with the 20,000. परिधि के एक वृत्त व्यास का ज्ञात किया जा सकता है. It means that this value should be divided with this diameter, nothing but value to 20,000. You will get this answer 3.1416, 3.14616. Okay, which is discovered by the Aryabhatta. Right? You will get this is the link for that. But in generally, we used to say that किसने निकाला पाई का वैल्यू तो आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल. आर्किमिडीज से पहले और आर्यभट्ट इससे पहले भी ब्रह्मपुत्र उन्होंने सर्च किया. इसमें इन बुद्धियाना ग्रंथ यू विल गेट ऑल नॉट ओनली वन और सिंगल काइंड ऑफ श्लोका, देयर आर मेनी मोर श्लोका. दिस आल्सो in Bhaskara Siddhanta Shiromani, this is another slok but gives the same value. Calculation is different. Vyase भरदाग्नि हते विभक्ति खबाण सूर्य परिकी सुसूक्ष्म. ओके, इसका मतलब किती व्यास मीन्स डायमीटर, भग्न दिहाते म्हणजे डिवाइडेड बाय. ओके, खबाण सूर्य. So these are the khaban means what, surya means what, you have supposed to get the meaning of it. And yes, definitely for that purpose dictionary should be there. Whatever the Sanskrit words are there, now this is the again dissemination or say revoking of this kind of IKS knowledge. We require supposed to build up such type of dictionary also in different languages. Okay. According to this is the calculation and you are getting this value. There are many more shlokas, but we know about this mathematician Archimedes of Syracuse. Okay. Surya Siddhanta. This is the Grantha. This knowledge is, you can imagine, 14,500 BCE. 14,500 BCE. कितना पुराना है? क्या था उस टाइम पे? बट इस सूर्य सिद्धांत ग्रह जो ग्रंथ है उसमें सब कुछ रखा है, इतना डिटेल नॉलेज है. Okay, and very precise. So it is required to translate that knowledge and bring in the curriculum whenever it requires. Definitely, based on that, there should be some sort of projects and so on. Let us have a glimpse about this Surya Siddhanta. So their gravitational force and planet rotations are given. Why they are rotating in the orbit is given in the Surya Siddhanta. Right? So it has been translated between the 17th and 18th century by America, France and UK professors. Right? Means our knowledge have been stolen by this. They have translated, learned over there, again given it back to us. And blindly we are following them. They are the great. But behind curtain, this is the truth. Right? So in this Surya Siddhanta, there are 500 shlokas, 14 to 16 chapters are there. Right? One who is interested or curious can take up such kind of assignment and translate. Learn this and do the translation in whatever the languages there, in English, Marathi, or in whatever the Hindi or in any other language. Okay. We know that this is the angle. Earth 23.5 degree में घूमता है, बराबर है? Rotation as well as revolutions. Yet 23.5 where it is given in the Surya Siddhanta long back, right? But here generally these Western scientists, what they thought that the angle generally is between 22 degree to 24.5 degree. इसके बीच में वो अर्थ घूमती रहती है. Probably at that time Indian scientists may not be able to do that kind of calculation, to do that kind of measurement. So उन्होंने probably शायद 23.5 consider किया होगा. But you know the precision, importance of precision. What is the definition of precision? कभी पढ़ा होगा ना, कैलकुलेशन किया होगा. एक्यूरेसी और प्रिसीजन का डिफरेंस क्या है? ये सब दीज आर द ऑल इंजीनियरिंग टर्मिनोलॉजीज. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन में तो बहुत जरूरी है ये. प्रिसाइज वन. प्रिसीजन क्या होता है? एनीवन कैन यू टेल मी द डेफिनेशन ऑफ प्रिसीजन? रेज योर हैंड एंड जस्ट टेल मी लाउडली. प्रिसीजन. Yes, I want answer from the crowd. Don't, no problem. If it is wrong, no problem. But try to express your views, express your thoughts. कोई बता सकता है प्रिसीजन क्या होता है? Yes, give it up, students. This is your time. No? Okay. Hi, yes. Can you have? Can you have mic, please? Accuracy, precision क्या होता है? जब instruments हम लोग देखते हैं ना, calibration, these are the engineering terms. Try to understand the meaning of it.
Accuracy is when you have to give the exact value from your observations, and precision is the value that is rounded off to a certain value. Precision is your answer rounded off to a certain value from the observations that you made.
Okay. Very good attempt. So, if you are doing some experiment many more times, iterations over iterations, okay. Suppose the answer is 100, true answer is 100. If you have performed some experiment, you are getting say 99.1, 99.4, 99.3. Okay. So 10 observations that you are getting, those are all accurate. Accurate means close to your answer, close to your true answer, right? Precision is what? The closest, most closest answer to your true answer or real answer is the precision. Out of this 10, if the one answer, say seventh answer is say 99.9192, like that, very close to that, is the precise one, more accurate, more close. Deviation or the difference is difference between the true value and the precision observed value is very, very less. In other terms, it is other readings are also very close. Other readings are also accurate. They are also close. Okay. So that's why there is a one term called as a tolerance. रजिस्टर आप देखते हो, रजिस्टर का वो मेजर करते हैं ना, +-5%, +-10% टॉलरेंस, ठीक है, मतलब वो पर्टिकुलर बैंड में तो वैल्यू इज एक्सेप्टेबल, राइट. सो दे वर कंसिडरिंग दैट कि ये शायद इस इंडियन साइंटिस्ट को उस टाइम पे ये प्रिसिजन निकालते नहीं आता होगा. So that's why they have considered it is a 23.5. But surprisingly, it is given in the book, and the precision is up to 1 upon 3430, which is nothing but with the help of Vedic maths. Can you imagine? 1 upon this 3430 and 0.00 कितने जीरो आएंगे? 2 point something 9 something into 10 raised to power पता नहीं कितने -19 or what. So up to that level our ancestors were accurate. तो कैसे निकालते होंगे, क्या निकालते होंगे, what setup that they had at that time, what kind of equipment that they were having, surprise. Okay, so but our ancestors were get underestimated by this Western. They were imposed. They were, I mean to say, very dominating. But this is the precision up to this level they have calculated the angle. So Ujjain is what? 20 on 21st June, everywhere 21st June, sun is exactly on the Ujjain city. That's why it is called as a Kala city, Kala Bhairav. Mahakal hote hai na. So that's this is the importance. Again, nowadays I think then what tower have been installed over there with the Vedic tower, Vedic watch. Okay, 48 minute का वहां पर एक घंटा होता है, 60 मिनट्स का नहीं. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट अगेन, सो सब पूरे पुरानी चीजें धीरे धीरे आ रही है. एक घट्टी का मतलब क्या होता है, एक घंटा कितने में आता है, ठीक है. सो दैट इज थिंग. सो सन एग्जैक्टली अबाउ दिस Ujjain city, this is called as tropic of Cancer. Again, so 110 kilometer, if you move, say travels a distance of 110 kilometer, means there is a degree of 10 longitude latitude जो होता है ना, तो उसका जो डिस्टेंस है, इट इज ऑल्सो गिवन इन दिस बुक सूर्य सिद्धांत. 110 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल करने के बाद 1 डिग्री चेंज होता है. सो प्रिसिजन ऑफ इक्विनॉक्स, दैट अर्थ इज नॉर्दलिंग. सो दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फिगर. 25,920 years. क्या चीज है ये? इट मीन्स दैट अर्थ इज रोटेटिंग, बट दिस इज द पीरियडिक, दिस इज साइकिल वेयर दिस अर्थ गेट्स नॉड by some angle. ठीक है. So just like Japanese people nodding. Okay. So again, it has been shown over there the ocean's water level drying up before 20,000 years back. क्यों होता था? Because of the movement in the this is the celestial movement is happening amongst this planet. Because of that, the ocean level was getting changed. Because the ocean level is to be get controlled by what? Moon. ठीक है? Then another example, scientific example. Can you recognize this? What is this pillar? What is this pillar? Where it is situated? Delhi. ठीक है? So this is the wood steel. So this is the 2.5 ton wonder material of the Orient, which was precious than the gold, cost wise, much more costly than the gold. So that kind of 2.5 ton material, okay, that was made by the Indian people, Indian scientists, but it has been stolen from the by the invaders from our India. So this Alexander and Great Alexander the Great received from the Porus. This Porus has given this material to him in this 326 before Christ era. So in metallurgy, don't you think that science was there? Can you mix such kind of rustless iron? Nowadays there is stainless steel is there, but stainless steel भी कब तक काम करता है? 5 साल 10 साल के बाद वो भी थोड़ा सा corrosion उसको start हो जाता है और उसका लाइफ ही कम है. But can you imagine the life of this pillar? That is the alloy. But the process, कौन सी प्रोसेस उन्होंने यूज की होगी जो आज भी वो जंग नहीं पकड़ता? ओके, corrosion less है. It means that at what temperature, what kind of volume, what kind of pressure, what is the proportion of metals, various metals they have done it, and how experimentation have been conducted, so that we have constructed this whole स्तंभ. उसको अभी भी corrosion नहीं पकड़ता है. ठीक है? So probably this is the simple example. They have been carbon 1 to 1.9%, sponge iron, perforated kind of thing. What to express slag? Okay, and again it is supposed to be get broken up into pieces immediately. After that, this is a simple process. There somewhere it has been mentioned over there. Then wood chips or charcoal is to be placed on it immediately. Usko. Then that particular effect is happening. Which kind of? So whatever the carbon in the alloy, which was get absorbed because of the carbon oxidation, some oxide is there and carbon comes out. Then corrosion happens. So these are the basic principle behind it. If you remove that carbon from the alloy, okay, from that slurry you can say that slag, then it becomes corrosionless. So this is a simple principle. So don't you think that this is the research area? Those who are working in mechanical engineering, R&D करो, okay, which product इस तरह से निकालो so that you can create such kind of rustless iron instead of stainless steel and make the product. Sky is the limit for the market. Okay. So in this way there are so many things that we can take up from the IKS. Okay, but needs to understand it, needs to read about it. So 1600 years old, this Delhi iron pillar is there, which has the height 7.67 meter in height. Okay, next. This is a 6 line. So this 6 line Sanskrit inscription was mentioned written over here. Okay, that is the Vishnu Padagiri. Then this Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya, during this in MP. Okay, in this era, this kind of technology was existing. But somewhere it has been vanished. So whatever the reasons, how we can recover it. So this is the challenge in front of you people as a student. Okay, you can take up such kind of challenges. So this is the stainless steel. We are talking about the stainless steel. This is the barely of Sheffield, which is from the UK. He has credited with discovering such type of stainless steel, 12.8% chromium in 1913. But here you can imagine this is the era where we already work upon stainless kind of iron. Next, copper bead in Mehergarh, which is right now at present in the Balochistan. A copper bead were found which were 6,000 years back, almost 8,000 years from the today, which is available. So there are the proofs are available. बलूचिस्तान में वो मिले हैं कॉपर के टाइम, कॉपर के मटेरियल, कॉपर के बर्तन यूज करते थे उस टाइम पे 8,000 years back. It means that our civilization was very well developed, right? Because of some invaders, we have lost our knowledge. But again, this time has come. Through this NAP 20, we have got the chance to recover it back, work upon it. So your generation, the teachers, today's teachers, this is the additional responsibility on their shoulders, and they are the soldiers of today's battle. Okay, we are supposed to bring back the change in our education. Okay, so Rigveda refers the copper or bronze, like Kansya, Kalasya, okay, Shamayas. So these are nothing but dark metals. So these are the words which is mentioned in the Rigveda. Rigveda is from the inception. So this is the sufficient evidence for us how we were developed since the inception. So this is the example of this wood steel. पाइथागोरस थ्योरम मैथ्स में पढ़ा होगा, है ना, पाइथागोरस थ्योरम, बट विच इज रिटन हियर इन दिस बुधियाना 850 BC. कैन यू इमेजिन पाइथागोरस कब हुए? Pythagoras, he has born in Samos in Turkey or Italy somewhere. I think I don't remember exactly. But here hardly few years back. But here is 850 BC. It is written in the Sulabh Sutra. Okay. So this is the how they are working. Actually, they were working on the land to measure the land. So at that time, this technique have been developed. This is very important thing. Square root of any imperfect square, how it is to be calculated. Okay. वैल्यू रूट 2 की वैल्यू कैसे आती है? रूट 2 इज इक्वल टू दिस प्रमाणम तृतीयनम. प्रमाण मीन्स 1, तृतीयन 1/3 of it. वर्ध एथ, वर्ध मीन्स इट एडिटिव. तत इन दैट चतुर्थेनम, ओके 3 multiplied by 4. आत्म चतुस्रेणे नोनेन सविशेषा बोधायन. It is given in the Sulabh Sutra. So the meaning of this is that you are supposed to subtract it, this 1 minus 1 upon 34. You will get this value 1.4142156863 up to this decimal level. We are getting the value of root 2, which is given here in the form of text. ठीक है? So root 2 की वैल्यू ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें लिखी है वैदिक मैथ्स में. ठीक है, प्लीज प्ले वीडियो 2.
आया था कि इंग्लैंड की प्रसिद्ध मैनचेस्टर यूनिवर्सिटी ने सिर्फ क्लेम नहीं कंफर्म कर दिया कि आइजैक न्यूटन ने कैलकुलस और ग्रेविटी की थ्योरी भारतीय किताबों से कॉपी की है और ये सब उन्होंने अपनी ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट पर डाल रखा है. आप इस वेबसाइट पे जाके देख सकते हैं. जब हमने और डीप रिसर्च करी न्यूटन की थ्योरीज पे तो हमें ऐसा कुछ मिला जिसे जानकर आप हैरान हो जाओगे. न्यूटन के 3 लॉज ऑफ मोशन हम पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन यही 3 लॉज ऑफ मोशन इसी वैशेषिक सूत्र में पहले से मेंशन्ड है. लॉ नंबर 1 वेगन मित्त विशेषता कर्मणो जयते. तो यहाँ न्यूटन एग्जैक्टली सेम चीज लिखते हैं. एवरी ऑब्जेक्ट मूव्स इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन अनलेस एक्टेड अपॉन बाय अ फोर्स. लॉ नंबर 2 वेगन मित्तापेक्षात कर्मणो जयते नियतिदिक क्रिया प्रबंध हेतु. सेम यहाँ पर द एक्सेलरेशन ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द नेट फोर्स एक्सर्टेड एंड इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द ऑब्जेक्ट मास. लॉ नंबर 3 वेग संयोग विशेष विरोधी. और यहाँ पे भी न्यूटन ने जस्ट संस्कृत का इंग्लिश किया है और ये ऐसा नहीं कि हमने इसको खोजा है. अमेरिकन जर्नल ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग रिसर्च AGER ने ऑफिशियली इसको 2020 में अपनी ऑफिशियल रिसर्च पेपर में इसको छापा है, जो आप इसकी वेबसाइट ager.org पर पढ़ सकते हैं. अब आप बताओ कि आदमी हैरान कैसे ना हो और कैसे अपनी बात ना बोले. जरूर शेयर करें इस वीडियो.
ओके, न्यूटन का फोटो देखा व्हेन आई एंटर्ड इन द कैंपस. एक्चुअली द क्रेडिट गोस शुड गो टू द our ancestors, right? The proof is available. They have accepted it. Meanwhile, they took that undue advantage of it and imposed on us. Okay, the who has invented that gravitational law, but which is already given years, hundreds of years, thousands of years back in our Vishishika, Sulabsutra, so many things. So our ancestors were great. They have worked upon it. Okay, this is another slide where this we already talk about this copper bed, agriculture, irrigation, canals, and water system, water sewage. Everything was there before 3000 BCE, right? Artificial lakes were there. So building a dam, building a lake is not that simple. It requires some engineering, but we were capable, well developed at that time. Okay, cotton was a very common crop in Maharashtra, Gujarat. Okay, from 7,000 years, approximately 7,000 years ago, we are taking the, I mean to say, the crop in the field. Okay, so agriculture was very developed. Let's move to the next slide. Binocular invention, which is given by the Bhrigu Rishi. Okay, which is nothing but in 6,000 years back, Hoysaleshwara, which is carved in the caves. Okay, the temple, Kitamala in 12th century, it has been developed in the Karnataka. Okay, so that as you can see here, the in the carved thing, binocular is there. Behind that there is a soldier, army person. He is watching the enemy. At what distance the enemy is there with the help of binocular. Means binocular was developed at that time. So the spatik, they were using the spatik. कांच glass नहीं था उस time पे, but spatik were used. Okay, but we know that the Galileo between this period have invented binocular. But we are having knowledge 6,000 years back how the binocular were that was used. How they were used. Because again the planets, cosmos world, information about the cosmos world, ऑर्बिटल मूवमेंट ऑफ द प्लैनेट्स, नवग्रह, ये तो सब पहले हमारे पंचांग में लिखा है, शास्त्रों में लिखा है, बराबर है. वो कैसे देखते थे? With the naked eye it is not possible. So this is the time that we have to understand it exactly in which way they have put their effort, how they have studied it, what is their knowledge, what is that knowledge. Okay, dissemination of that knowledge is important. So in this way this Galileo has taken importance. Actually it is 6,000 years back, surprisingly. ओके एक बात बता सकते हैं, ये जो वेस्टर्न साइंटिस्ट के नाम कब से हमें पता है? 300 साल, 400 साल, 500, 600 साल पहले ज्यादा, उससे पहले क्यों नहीं? 4000 साल पहले कोई वेस्टर्न साइंटिस्ट आया, उसने बहुत फंडामेंटल रिसर्च कर दी. 5000 साल, 10,000 साल पहले. ओके, they were living in the forest actually, but India was developed at that time, right? So but they invaded us, they stolen our knowledge. In the next slide it is there how the knowledge has been translated from our scripts and literature to the Arabian people. Later on it is translated by some of the Western scientists. They worked upon it. Okay, and same food is served in new dish to us. Come back to our India. Yes, how many of you have visited over here, Ellora caves? Very few. If not, go and visit over there. But it is not just for the entertainment purpose. Try to find out the minuteness over there. Use the lens over here. IK is giving you the lens. No, I told you in the earlier slide. Is that IK is giving the lens to you? Is that what is the beautiness of this Ellora caves? Anyone can you comment? क्या experiences है आपके Ellora caves का क्या greatness है? Anyone can you share? Yes, your mic.
सर ते एका अखंड दगडात वरून खालच्या दिशेने
Correct.
खोरत गेलेले आणि तेव्हा अंधार होता, त्याच्यात एवढं मोठं त्यांनी कोरीव काम बारीक नक्षीदार केलं आहे, त्याच्यात त्यांचं ग्रेटनेस आहे.
Correct. So it is not built from say bottom to up. It is carved. एक in a single stone. एक पहाड़ी में उसको कोरा गया है. कैसे? क्या equipment थे at that time? Hammer and chisel. That nothing else. कोई टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है, कोई स्केल पट्टी नहीं है. ओके, कंपास तो दूर की बात. ठीक है. सो कैसे काम किया होगा इन्होंने? कैन यू इमेजिन? I have seen that all the pillars were in a single line. Symmetry. जो मूर्तियां है ना, you can see the symmetry. Right, left, proper symmetry है. इतना भी मिस्टेक निकालना मुश्किल है. Okay. And important thing is that once the person who is doing that carving, he has no second chance if he has made any mistake. एक बार वो टूट गई, एक लिमिट स्केल के पीछे अगर टूट गई वो, ओके, चिजल थोड़ा भी इसके ऊपर ज्यादा हैमर हुआ, ओके, द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज व्हाट, दैट फेस, ओके, आंख, नाक, लिप्स, ईयर्स, उसमें थोड़ा हैमरिंग ज्यादा हुआ तो पूरा उसका जो सिमेट्री वो निकल जाती है. कैन यू इमेजिन देयर परफेक्शन, देयर प्रिसाइजनेस? ओके, दे वर इलिटरेट पीपल. एन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट इसको बनाने के लिए थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल हैव देयर वर्क एंड प्रोबेबली अबाउट 200 years the work was going on. 200 साल तक एक काम चला. एक या 2 महीने का, 2 साल का काम नहीं हो सकता है. ओके, बिकॉज द पैसेज, द फ्लोर्स, दिस कृष्णा टेम्पल इज ऑफ 3 floors. Okay, this is 3 floors. I have seen again there is from this left hand side you can see the symmetry of the pillars. Okay, this stambha. Okay, then there is a mandapa, Shiva mandap is there. So mandap is hall is there, complete hall. उसका फ्लोरिंग भी मतलब सीलिंग देख सकते हो आप. यू कैन इमेजिन द लेवल ऑफ दैट सीलिंग. ओके, सो एवरीथिंग इज ब्यूटीफुल हियर. एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर, वो एट दैट टाइम नो पेपर एंड पेंसिल वाज देयर. कैसे आर्किटेक्चर निकाला होगा, कहां पर स्केच किया होगा? ठीक है, आज कुछ बात अगर मैं एक सामने एक इधर कुछ कहूं, जब वो मैसेज पास ऑन होने तक उसका मीनिंग बदल जाता है, बराबर है. लेकिन ये 200 साल तक हजारों लोगों ने काम किया. सो एक ही प्लान है. सो फर्स्ट एंड 200 वाला जो काम करने वाला बंदा होगा, वो मैसेज कैसे पास हुआ होगा? नीड टू थिंक अबाउट इट. सो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड, टीम वर्क इज रिक्वायर्ड, लीडरशिप इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, हार्मनी इज रिक्वायर्ड अमंग्स देम. नहीं, मैं ऐसे बनाऊंगा, मुझे तो थोड़ा सा आई थिंक मुझे डोर इस तरह से नहीं, इस तरह से चाहिए. ठीक है, सब कुछ प्लान चौपट हो जाता है. बट टुगेदरनेस, द टीम वर्क इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. कैसे काम किया होगा? ठीक है. सो जस्ट टू गो एंड विजिट एंड एज ए एंटरटेनमेंट, एज ए टूरिस्ट दैट वी कैन गो एंड सी कम बैक, बट यू आर सपोज्ड टू कम विद दैट and take, I mean to say take away from that. So lot many things are there that you can learn it from there. The architecture people, civil engineering people, mechanical student, बहुत कुछ सीख के आ सकते हैं, right? So yeah, this is called as a Krishna, one of the so this is about period is given 600 AD to 1000 AD. Okay, and other caves are also there. Buddhism, some जैन लोगों के भी कुछ caves है, बहुत सारे caves है वहाँ पे. But Mughal have destroyed it. These are the invaders. Okay, औरंगजेब he destroyed this in 17th century. हजारों लोग लगाए थे इसको तोड़ने के लिए. कैन यू इमेजिन कि कितना इंपॉर्टेंट चीज तोड़ा गया होगा, डिस्ट्रॉय किया होगा. आज भी ये हालत में इतने अच्छा, इतना कुछ सीखने से उसमें अगर वो तोड़ा नहीं होता तो कितना कुछ होता. ओके, सो डोंट यू थिंक दैट दिस इज आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू लर्न इट, टू ब्रिंग बैक दैट ग्लोरी? Okay, another example, musical pillars in Tirunelveli in Tamil Nadu. Shiva temple is dedicated to the Shiva. Okay, there are 5 dance places that is called as a Pandavas. 5 pillar है, ठीक है. And Nindrasir Nedu Maran, this is the name of Nedu Maran is the name of that king. In the 7th century he has built up this temple. This is also cut from a single stone. Okay, but here there are 7 म्यूजिक नोट्स आर देयर, 7 पिलर्स. और सारे गामा पादा नहीं था, उसमें से सूर निकलता है. कैसे निकलता होगा? व्हाट इज द साइंस बिहाइंड इट? दूसरे पिलर जिसमें से सा निकलता है उसमें से गा नहीं निकलेगा। तो क्या टेक्नोलॉजी, क्या पोरोसिटी होगी? पोरोसिटी तो पॉसिबल है, बाहर से तो नहीं डाल सकते। देयर इज अ सिंगल स्टोन, व्हाट इज द साइंस बिहाइंड इट? So this is a big question. Because a lot many things are there to work upon it. 48 pillars are called as, they are say from a single stone. So there are total 161 pillars. Those are categorized into three this different categories, like four categories: Shruti pillars, Ganat, Thungals, and Laya Thungal. So these are the categories of these pillars. जिसमें से कुछ different आवाज आते हैं म्यूजिक्स के. This science is hidden in the rock. Music is hidden in the rock. So nowadays also it's not possible to make such kind of thing. Okay, in Naneshwari, okay, it has been given here, Sthula Sukshma. These are the words. Sukshma means what? Smallest particle. Okay, but we know that Dalton theory. Just in last week, I asked to the student, that is, have you heard about atomic theory? किसने शोध किया? डाल्टन ने किया. कब किया? 26,000 years ago. But here you can say the Kanada Rishi, the name has been well known about the name Kanad. Kanad means Kana. He was interested to find out the smallest particle of any material. He was very curious about it. At the age of 23, he tried to find out that smallest particle, and he has given the two terminologies, that is called as Anu and Renu. दो अणु मिलके एक रेणु बनता है, मतलब two atoms combines together becomes the molecule. Same theory. But we are who is famous? This one. They have taken the credit. Okay, but we have this kind of knowledge long years back. Drushya, Adrushya. Okay, atom we cannot see, but it is existing. Anu Renu. Okay, Stula Sukshma. Stula means solid. Sukshma means very smallest one, that it cannot be seen with the naked eye, but they have worked upon it. They have the knowledge about it. Fine. Okay, surprising. Have you heard about it? Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat is the biggest temple which spreads in more than 400 acres. Right? This is right now in which country? कंबोडिया. आज कंबोडिया में है, मतलब कंबोडिया, अपना इंडिया कहां तक फैला हुआ था? कंबोडिया तक. It is dedicated to the god Vishnu. Okay. So between this period 1122 to 1150 CE. Okay. The Khmer king Suryavarman II, he has built this kind of temple. He was the Hindu Raja, Hindu king at that time. आज इसकी हालत इतनी खराब है, वहां पर पूरे पेड़ पेड़ उठ चुके हैं. देन इसको अगर देखना भी है सिंगल अटेम्प्ट में, तो उसको कम से कम 8 दिन लगते हैं देखने के लिए. इतना बड़ा, इतना विशाल ये टेम्पल है, हिंदू टेम्पल, एंड दिस इज द वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट टेम्पल इन द वर्ल्ड. Okay, this is called as a Meru Parvat, 4 mountain peaks. These are the 4 mountain peaks. This is shown here. Sea of milk. Okay. So it is shown that the churning. Okay, demons, gods and demons, they churned the ambrosia. क्या है वो? What is that? Churning, जिसमें से अमृत निकला. Right. So Indian government has taken care of it, and it is declared that this will be the 8th wonder of the world, and it is the UNESCO heritage site. UNESCO has declared it is the heritage site, and the Indian government is pumping some amount, okay, to rebuild this kind of temple. Not exactly rebuild, but taking care of it and bringing the glory of this temple back. So this becomes the very important site, and I mean to say, from tourism and point of view, tour and travel kind of thing. If you get the chance, go and visit this temple. So this kind of, can imagine such a biggest architecture they have built at that time. बाहुबली मूवी देखा होगा सब, वो कैसे इमेजिनरी है, ग्राफिक पे है ना, बट कितना रियलिस्टिक लगता है, कितना अच्छा लगता है वो. So एक्चुअल में ये जब रहा होगा, उस टाइप की समृद्धि क्या हो सकती है, कैन यू इमेजिन, कितना रिच कल्चर होगा, इतनी वेल्थ, इतना वेल्दी होगा इंडिया, बट सब लोग इन्वेडर्स लूट के चले गए। ठीक है, ठीक है, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। Tanjavur, this is in the Tamil Nadu. This is called as a Brihadeshwara temple. This is very famous. Written 1010 C. It has been built by the Chola Empire Raja Raja. It requires almost 1,30,000 tons of stones. Okay, but no binding between two bricks. कोई सीमेंट नहीं, कोई चूना बोलते हैं ना पहले जो लाइम यूज करते थे, वो भी इसमें यूज नहीं किया है। But this temple is so famous and stood as it is nowadays also over the long and long period. जैसे earthquake, I think more than 8 Richter scale, बहुत ही heavy earthquake सह लिए है, जिसमें कि दो ब्रिक के बीच में कुछ मतलब कम जॉइंट के लिए है ही नहीं। But what kind of technology that they have used in the when they have developed such kind of temple is that the interlocking system of the stones. Simple interlocking system use किया है, but the pillar structure you will see and how they have built it is more important. Okay, and if you see the stone on Vimanas Shikhara, you can say is of 80 ton single stone and which is a 5 stores. उसमें 5 मंजिल है, 5 मंजिल है, इतना बड़ा सिंगल स्टोन ऊपर कैसे लिया गए होंगे? ठीक है ना भाई, ऊपर तो लेके जाना पड़ेगा, कैसे लिया होगा? कैन यू इमेजिन? यू कैन टेक अप दिस एज असाइनमेंट। कैसे ऊपर लिया, मतलब क्या मैकेनिज्म था उस टाइम, एट दैट टाइम उन लोगों के पास? अगेन द ब्यूटीनेस ऑफ दिस टेम्पल इज दैट देयर इज नो शैडो ऑफ दिस टेम्पल, शैडो नहीं गिरती है। ओके, so still there are some important Puranas, palm leaves are available, manuscripts are available in this temple. Okay, so there was the for few years Maratha Empire, मराठों का भी राज्य था वहां पे, वो मराठी राज्यों ने वहां पर कुछ पेंटिंग्स निकाले, those are available over there. Tanjavur near to Tamil Nadu, near to your Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So this becomes the World Heritage declared by the UNESCO. So this 80 ton जो स्टोन होगा वो कैसे लेके गए होंगे? कैन यू गिव द ब्रीफ आइडिया अबाउट इट? कैन यू थिंक, कैन यू गिव सम ग्लिम्स ऑफ इट? हाँ, इफ यू read about it, can you share your knowledge?
Sir, I have seen it on the building blocks of Bharat. It was a documentary
Correct.
on Indian architecture. It was shown on DD Bharati or something.
Correct, correct.
And there was said that a ramp was built to the
Correct.
top, and some elephants were used to carry the 80 tons heavy stone to the top of the
Right.
Garbhagriha.
Yes. Okay, that's correct. So this is the height, and they have made the ramp like this. It was around 6 kilometer long. 6 kilometer long. So वो रैम्प बना दिया, और एक्चुअली जो टेम्पल बनाते हैं ना, वो मतलब पत्थर पे पत्थर कैसे रखते होंगे? सिर्फ डायरेक्टली रख नहीं सकते ना। सो एक्चुअली देयर द टेक्निक वाज ऑल्टुगेदर डिफरेंट। पहला लेयर बना दिया, ठीक है, बाद में उसमें मिट्टी भरी जाती थी, बाद में स्टोन के ऊपर स्टोन, कुछ गैप्स भी रखते थे, लेटर ऑन दे फिल्ड विद सम ब्रिक्स, with stone bricks only, and in this way entire temple was a full of what you can say the semi-sphere of, you can say the मतलब जो मिट्टी है, एक पहाड़ से पहाड़ बना देते थे, ठीक है, मंदिर अंदर दबा जाता था। नाउ विद द हेल्प ऑफ हॉर्सेस एंड hundreds of elephants, they have stretched up this 80 tons single stone on this ramp and put it on the top as a Vimana Shikhar. Okay, so that is the technology at that time they were using. Later on that entire से मिट्टी और सब पत्थर छोटे मोटे वो सब रिमूव कर दिए, and the temple have been built up. Let us move to the next slide. Ramanujan, are you aware about this great person? क्या खासियत है रामानुजन की? He has, okay, so in 19, I think 1912 formulas he has derived, 130 formulae So many work have been given over here. And he has given that 1729 is the magic figure. He was the person who कुछ भी लिखता था, ठीक है? He has written something on paper, but he was not able to prove it. जैसे कि quadratic equation है, but quadratic equation prove कैसे करते हैं मुझे मालूम नहीं, but it is there. So उसको मतलब spontaneously वो पूरी विद्या प्राप्त हुई. एक दिन उसके सपने में this Nimgiri, he has written over there, Devi Nimgiri has come and given something. Okay, in dream only he has written something on the wall. मॉर्निंग में देखा उसने कुछ तो भी लिखा, उसके बाद में क्या लिखा उसका कुछ उसको समझ नहीं आया. देयर आर सम राइटर, so these are some his original writers, and he is only the person who talks about this infinity in the world. No one is there who talks about infinity. So at that time the great mathematician across the world, some in California, so they invited this Ramanujan. He is I think he's born in Chennai, near to Chennai, one of the village. But their parents were not able to send him, क्योंकि सात समुद्र पार नहीं करना है बेटा. छोटी फैमिली थी, पैसा नहीं था, तो फिर they were communicated through the letters. ठीक है, फिर बड़े मुश्किल से उनको उधर बुला लिया. Now out of these 130 formulae, these great scientists were able to crack up to 127. But 3 फॉर्मूले अभी भी ऐसे हैं कि वो समझ नहीं पाए कि वो क्या चीज है. Again he has given that 1729 is a magic figure. ओके बहुत कुछ है उसमें, बट वो क्या है, कैसे काम करेगा, क्या नहीं. सो दीज आर द नथिंग बट ओपन डोर्स फॉर यू टू डू द रिसर्च. दोज हु आर डूइंग द मैथमेटिक्स, देयर इज अ ग्रेट चांसेस फॉर देयर. सो रामानुजन्स नेस्टेड रेडिकल, देन ही हैज, सो दिस इज द इक्वेशन, सब फॉर्मूले सब लिखे उसमें, बट क्या है नो आइडिया. ही वाज नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन इट. ही वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट द ब्लैक होल. ब्लैक होल के बारे में हमने कहा सुना इससे पहले. कैन यू गिव मी द एग्जांपल इन महाभारत? भगवान कृष्ण ने दिखाया ना अपने मुंह में पूरा पूरा विश्व. सो ब्लैक होल का कंसेप्ट तो हमें पहले से पता है. नाउ डेज द पीपल आर वर्किंग, नासा और सम डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज आर वर्किंग ऑन इट, बट वी आर क्वाइट अवेयर अबाउट इट. Next, first aircraft of the world. Okay, so this is the first aircraft is flew by this person. Okay, in, so we can see here the Wright brother. We used to talk about विमान किसने खोजा, राइट ब्रदर्स ने डेवलप किया. ओके, पॉपुलैरिटी उनको मिली है, बट एक्चुअली बिफोर दैट, ओके, बिफोर दैट द वर्ल्ड्स फर्स्ट पर्सन, दिस इज द फर्स्ट पर्सन हु फ्लीड दिस फर्स्ट एयरक्राफ्ट. Okay, this is the in 1895. Okay, this is the first Indian person. Name is Shivakar Talpade. Okay, he was the drawing teacher in JJ School of Art, which is in Mumbai, near to CST station. There is a JJ School of Art. वहाँ पर वो पढ़ाते थे. तो उन्होंने जो पहला एयरक्राफ्ट बनाया एंड ऑन गिरगांव चौपाटी वो एक्सपेरिमेंट किया, that was flew up to 1500 feet. Okay, it was there in the air for 18 minutes, and the evidence is nothing but the Maharaja of Baroda at that time, H.S. Shivaji Rao Gaikwad from Baroda, Gujarat. वो राजा थे, वहां पर खुद आए थे. जस्टिस भी थे. ओके, इंडियन जज महादेवा गोविंद रानडे, and one article was published in Kesari newspaper at that time. So there are the evidences कि ये सब नॉलेज वहां यहाँ से लिखे गए, राइट ब्रदर. एंड इन 1903 they have developed the विमान aeroplane. Okay, but here there is a Sage Bharadwaja, there is a one complete ग्रंथा विमान शास्त्र itself available. बहुत सारे मतलब रामायण में दिया है पुष्पक विमान के बारे में, बराबर है. तो उस 7000 साल से बीच में ऐसा क्या हुआ कि हम लोग विमान पे काम नहीं कर पाए, या फिर वो टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप नहीं है. हम लोग राइट बंधु मतलब करके बोलते हैं, वहां से नॉलेज आया. देन अदर कंट्रीज आर एबल टू डेवलप एरोप्लेन्स. व्हाई नॉट वी? एक्चुअली वी द इन्वेंटर्स आर इंडियन इन्वेंटर्स, राइट? These are the big challenges. So if you are interested, you can go for this Viman Shastra Grantha, and you can read about it. So ancient Vimanas and their types. In brief, I would like to tell you that the shape of that Viman is just like. Okay, I think we are running against the time. Well, I'll try to wind up it quite fast. So there are the different types of Vimanas. Okay, and they were using the such kind of gyroscope and Mercury. Mercury is for combustion purpose. So that with high force, the air, compressed air was pushed towards the surface of Earth, and there was a lifting of the Vimanas. There are some types of Vimanas that is given here in Rigveda. ठीक है, Kalpagraha idol. So this is the idol we have found. Okay, this is about 28,500 years old. So metallurgy was developed at that time. This is the evidence for that. Okay, quickly we'll go ahead. Next. Yes, this is important. Swastik and Om. Swastiks जो चिन्ह हम लोग, this is the auspicious sign for us. So what do you mean by this swastika? From where it came? So we know about the Saptarishi, right? Saptarishi के नाम Marichi, Vasishta, and these are the 7 Saptarishis are there. So the sign, if you'll see with the naked eye, you can see in the sky that this is a Saptarishi. In summer, it looks like this kind. This is a question mark kind of thing. Okay, in spring it becomes like this. The position changes. In winter, it looks like a vertical question mark kind of sign. In fall season. So in this way, there is a North Star, Dhruvatara. In this way, it becomes a complete swastika. So science behind it is this one. Okay, that's why it's auspicious. Om. Have you heard about Om? Om is nothing but the sun. Om is that the sun enchants this auspicious word Om. If NASA has experimented on it, the low frequency radiated by the sun, which has been compressed to the maximum end, and if you play that signal, it utters the sound of Om, and it is spreads all over the space. So these are some of the links for that. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, I'll skip this slide. So there is a, okay, B part is there, but I think time is less, so we'll quickly move ahead. This is Aryabhatta, who has worked upon zero, has given to the world. Zero की खोज भारत में हुई ना. Next slide, please. Brahmagupta, who is before that, Brahmagupta used that. Okay, and he has given about the opening of the universe. Arithmetic, algebra, geometry, astronomy is there. Even negative number, zero and negative number, the entire thing has been given in this Brahmagupta's biography. He has worked upon it. Then Rishi Kanath, we already talked about it. He is from the Dwarka. He is born and brought in Dwarka, in Gujarat. Vaishishika is the name of Grantha. Okay, Anu Renu, that we have talked about it. But later on, the credit goes to this person, scientist. Next. Then Varahamihira. Okay, about the cosmic. Okay, he is from Ujjain. So next slide, please. Then Rishi Nagarjuna. Okay, chemical engineer, chemistry. So he was very curious about that. I wanted to convert any material into the gold, but it was not possible for him. But nowadays the imitation jewelry ki jo technique hai na, that thing is invented by Nagarjuna. Okay, he worked upon these. These are the Grantha names. Okay, Rasaratnagara and so on. So extraction of the gold, silver, tin and copper. Okay, so he is also explained about the Indian Einstein. He is referred as the Indian Einstein because he has given the theory of relativity. Okay, then he was extracting acid from the tree. See, you can see imagine how they were working on mercury. Okay, purification of mercury, and that was used for in the medicine. Okay, Tantra Arogya and Manjari. So next slide, please. Then Maharshi Bharadwaja. Okay, he was a very good physician, economist, and Brahmin at that time. Okay, he was one of the rishi in that Saptarishis, Swastik mein. Now swastik is there. Now invaders. I'll take 1 minute about it. That invaders broken our temples. Around 20,000 temples have been broken by the invaders. ठीक है, उसके ऊपर का स्वस्तिक भी मिटा दिया. बट ये जो स्वस्तिक आसमान में, इसको मिटा सकते? Can you imagine the power of Indian history? That's why this is the great dharma I'm talking about. Everyone should feel about proud of our dharma. था, है और रहेगा भी, इसको कोई नहीं मिटा सकता, ठीक है। So aeronautical engineer. So Susruta is the first surgery. Who has done the first plastic surgery comes from him. Okay. Then he has given the 120 medical instruments. Developed initially they have used this medical instruments just by the various animals like lion's nail, tiger's nail, and few bones of few animals. At that time they were these were the instruments for surgery purpose. Okay, I'll not go much detail. Next. Arrebhattas, Hindu calendar is based on this. Okay, sine, cosine, ja, koja. Okay, inverse of sine. Okay, Okram Jha. So these are nothing but various contribution by the our scientists. Actually, I was intended to spare more time on this, but not anyway. So Earth rotates on its axis. नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी में हेड थे. ओके, सन टेम्पल की जो डेवलपमेंट है ना, सन टेम्पल का वो जो व्हील है आज भी फेमस है ना टाइम के लिए, बेस्ड ऑन दैट. सो बहुत सारा कंट्रीब्यूशन अपने यहाँ पे इंडियन साइंटिस्ट ने दिया है. So NASA scientists today, they are designing and launching space satellite based on this knowledge only. They are taking the use of these shlokas from their granthas. Next, Panini Rishi, lot of grammar is there. अभी कुछ इंडियन लोग दे आर डूइंग पीएचडी इन द हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी. बाहर जाके पानिनीज का जो ग्रामर था उस पर पीएचडी कर रहे हैं लोग. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. चाणक्य नीति सबको मालूम है. फॉरेन पॉलिसीज नाउ डेज, इवन नाउ जो भी आज की इंडिया की पोजीशन है, पॉलिटिकल पोजीशन, चाणक्य की जो तत्व है, प्रिंसिपल्स है, नीति है, वो इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है. तो फॉरेन पॉलिसी दे आर आवर गवर्नमेंट इज इंप्लीमेंटिंग दैट वन. नेक्स्ट, पिंगला ऋषि. ओके, बाइनरी सिस्टम, डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पढ़ते हैं ना आप लोग, ठीक है. हु इज द गुरु, हु इज द इन्वेंटर? पिंगला ऋषि इज द इन्वेंटर. So this is my appeal to all the teachers. Actually this session is dedicated to the mostly for the faculty members, those who will teaching this engineering subject. For example, the teacher who is teaching this digital electronics number system, right? He can give the example of this R Rishi, Pingla Rishi has invented it. Initially, the one is called as the Guru. Zero is represented as the Lagu, Swaraj. Okay. Then Fibonacci sequence have been developed by Pingla Rishi. What is that? This 0, 1, 1. The number, if two numbers will be get added, you will get third number. In this way, next add the two numbers, you will get the next third number. In this way, this series has been. So this 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 1 plus 2, 3, 3, 2 plus 3 is 5. Like that, the series increases, series forms. It has been given by Pingla Rishi. And if you'll, this is called as a golden ratio. If you'll divide any two numbers, you will get this ratio. Do the exercise at home. Okay? But the credit goes to this person, Leonardo Fibonacci, who is from the Italy, Pisa, in 1170. But here you can see the period of Pingla Rishi. Okay. Again, that go please 1 minute, go back. So this is the important thing. You know, this is the Fibonacci का जो track है Fibonacci series का. This curve represents that kind of Fibonacci, which is nothing but in the Shankar, as well as जो 12 ज्योतिर्लिंग है ना, 12 ज्योतिर्लिंग को जिस तरह से अगर कनेक्ट करते हैं तो then it will form like this, all 12 ज्योतिर्लिंग. This is nothing but in the form of Fibonacci series. Next, Patanjali Rishi that you know about all. So this is very important, and nowadays this is called the mind and body harmony, human and nature. Meditation जरूरी है. Okay, if you will get traced in the study, okay, start doing yoga. थोड़ा भी करो लेकिन करो. It helps to you a lot to control on your emotions. Okay, it brings individual consciousness with the universal consciousness. Yoga stands for Yuja. Yuja nothing but united, combining together. Next, please. Dr. Somnath, scientist from this row. He has used some shlokas from the Rigveda used in Chandrayaan 3. That is nothing but technique to lift up the satellite. Okay. Then India, he has stated in his speech that all our entire knowledge heritage has been say translated by some Arabian people. Later on, that has been translated by the Western people and come back to India. Okay. how planet moves around the earth, size of the earth, region of the ellipse. So these are some of the topics where a lot many things have been given. Atomic theory, even quantum physics. Nowadays research is going on into quantum physics, time dilation. So these are some areas where you can do the research. Next, Bhartiya Rishis. Quickly we can have. So, okay. I think we have to stop here with the time limitations. But there is one quiz. Can we have a quiz? आप लोग एक quiz के QR code. Try to give the quiz quickly. Start your QR code. Open your QR code.
Thank you for that enlightening session, Dr. Ssgmce. Your insights remind us of the importance of fostering curiosity and innovation in our students. As we move forward into the rest of our program, let's keep that spirit alive. We hope you enjoy the remaining activities and discussions. Once again, thank you.
Okay, I would like to say thanks to the management, principal, Dr. Somani sir, and all the organizers over here. And with short of time, because being teacher, it's very difficult for the teacher to stop. Okay, but with patiently that you have listened it, I hope that you have taken something from this session, and I hope that everyone will do something to make our Bharat again as a Vishwaguru. Let us take an oath that we will contribute something for our country, right? To make Bharat as a Vishwaguru. Will you do it? Will you do it? Thank you. Thank you.
Now there will be a break of 10 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor to introduce Mr. Abijit sir, Technical Consultant at MicroPro Software Labs Private Limited, Nagpur. For further insights, I would like to welcome Mr. Abijit sir, to the stage. Let's welcome all, give him a huge round of applause. Now, I kindly request Mr. Parimal Sangole to felicitate Mr. Abhijit sir, with a token of our respect. With an extensive experience in designing IT infrastructure and leading teams across multiple locations, Mr. Sir is proficient in managing complex information systems and handling large-scale projects. He is also an ISO certified auditor and an expert in customized ATM and software applications. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to Mr. Sir.
Hello. So I all good afternoon. Is your lunch break over or after this session? Okay. So welcome for the session. So basically today I am going to talk about industry research in computer science and its current trends. Right. So I'll have very few slides for industry research and few slides for current trends. Can you tell me current trends in IT industry right now? Okay. Okay. Next slide. Slide change. Ah. When we say industry research in computer science, how we'll categorize it? So basically, we categorize that technological advancement, societal needs, and scientific curiosity. Do you think these three are relevant? Why there is a social curiosity, societal curiosity? As a society, are we curious about technology or not? Are news ideas coming up? What do you think about startups? Are startups working on same old ideas which are age old, or they are curious about new things? They are coming up with new ideas because of those curiosity, right? So societal curiosity also plays a big role in industry research. Current trends. So this is a cycle and it is a continual cycle. So we talk about AI and machine learning. Everybody is aware about. Then IoT. How many of you are aware about IoT devices? Are IoT devices complete application by itself, or is it going to need traditional applications to manage those? Yes, IoT devices are going to need traditional application to manage the data board, right? Connected gadgets at home, fridge, washing machine, ACs, what we call them as Wi-Fi enabled. These are all IoT devices, but still they need traditional applications to manage them. Then blockchain technologies, where entire transaction is immutable. So right from source, even if it travels to multiple destinations, final destination, still the transaction is immutable. Immutable means non-changeable. You cannot change the data in it. Then edge computing, again same like IoT. Edge computing enables traditional computing model to be bought to the end client. 5G technology, everybody is aware about. Fast, hyper fast internet, data. Biotechnology and bioinformatics is also a current trend. Smartwatch is using biotechnology now. It gathers all your information, analyzes it, showcases it to the user. Okay. So still a lot of innovation research is going on in biotechnology. Robotic process automation. The term itself is old, but still it is current trending. Robotic process automation basically deals with the processes which are repetitive in nature and you need them continuously. So making those processes robotic or automated so that human work will be reduced. Augmented reality and virtual reality, right? Nowadays you see the games. Quantum computing. Quantum computing is going one step ahead of your normal compute devices. Right? It basically uses physics and mathematical models as well and proper calculations to give you the faster results. Cyber security and innovations. It is also current trend. How many of you are aware about cyber security? Securing your entire IT gambit, your data. Right? Why you need a cyber security? Now entire thing that you work on is on IT and it is data. It may also contain your personal information. So there is always a threat of misuse of the data, right? Cyber attacks, what you must have heard, read in papers, googled, right? So securing that data is also a need of the hour. That is still it is currently trending. So I'll detail in each slide. AI driven models. Do you think AI can think itself, or it is still developed by humans? First year students, everybody is willing to work on AI, right? So it is artificial intelligence, it is not intelligence. You need to understand the difference. IoT. In detail, if you go into IoT, IoT is interconnected devices for data collection and real-time monitoring. Smartwatch is one example. As I told you, all your home gadgets which are now Wi-Fi connected, they are all interconnected, giving you complete analysis and data. Blockchain. Example of a blockchain which is still not legal in India is Bitcoin. Most of you must have heard about Bitcoin. Currency is still not legal in India, right? Another blockchain example is UPI transaction you carry out. It is complete decentralized model so that it can work efficiently, faster. But the moment you say decentralized processing has to happen, the question of security comes into picture. So blockchain technology ensures that entire transaction is immutable or non-changeable. Edge computing, bringing processing capacity and the data closer to the end client, right? Again, you can see all your smartphones are actually working on edge technology. Do they connect to the cloud every time you work? No. There is a edge computing device, that is mobile tower available. Your device connects to mobile tower and then to the cloud. 5G, the technology change to provide faster data, that actually help for evolving of IoT, AR and VR. Right? That is augmented reality and virtual reality. Technology term low latency and high bandwidth. You may not be aware right now, but what low latency means. When you get the data on the network terminologies, how faster you can receive that data packet. That is latency calculation. So low latency will give you a better output. Similarly, high bandwidth, right? Everybody is talking about Mbps now. Okay, 10 Mbps will be faster than 5 Mbps. Right? So coupled together, low latency and high bandwidth is going to give you a faster data. Okay? WhatsApp के वीडियोस डाउनलोड करते हैं सब, नेटवर्क फास्ट नहीं रहा, 1 MB का वीडियो डाउनलोड करने के लिए 2 मिनट लगते हैं. If you are in a stronger network, few seconds. Okay? So that is where 5G comes into picture. And because of higher bandwidth, low latency, faster data, your applications can work faster. Cyber security innovations, as I told you, it is purely talking about the data and IT security. Malwares, viruses. I'm talking about computer viruses, not the human body. Right? So they are there to steal your data, which can be misused. We every now and then we hear about frauds happening using applications. Yes, human mind is also involved, but equally important is application security. So cyber security will continuously evolve, innovate, because human mind is always evolving and innovating. Quantum computing is still a research technology. You don't have product ready for use. This is taking computing beyond normal compute device. It uses physics models, mathematical calculation. It will use waveforms to compute the things. Quantum computing itself is used, tried when it was research going on to break algorithms. How you can, they will break the algorithms which are used for security as well, which was not possible with the available standard compute devices. Password, Wi-Fi security key that we give. Most of you must have heard it has to be the 8 characters long, alphanumeric special characters, right? Few of you might have also seen that chart. Only alpha takes half minute. You have 8 characters alpha may take 45 seconds. Your 24 character key with alphanumeric special character will take 2 million years. That calculation is based on standard computing. Quantum computing may bring it to 3 months as well. AR and VR. These two technologies are upcoming. VR, every must have heard about Apple glasses, Google glasses, virtual reality. Augmented reality is going to take a step ahead of it. It will augment various environments. Your gestures will be used to give you a real life effect. RPA, as I told you, it's robotic process automation. The definition says it will increase productivity. Number of processes that you will carry out on device sitting in front of it and doing repetitively once you receive a request. If I automate this process, use robotic softwares for that. I'll automate that process. Okay, you receive this mail, mail in mailbox, carry out this process this data. Now I don't need somebody to carry out that task, which is actually not intelligent task. So there you will use process automation. And always remember, when we say automation as an industry will never look at reduction in manpower. With my 35 years of experience, I can say that I have rarely seen manpower reduction happening in the field because of new technologies coming into picture. Yes, your requirement, technical requirement may vary, right? When we started our careers, we used to have computer itself was a new field. Now for you people, you are born with things, you are born with computers. But when we joined, it was very new thing. Industry was not willing employees were not willing, fearing that if they computerize, if they put technology here, manpower will be reduced. No, that never happened. Yes, technological need may vary. Person working on X might need to work on Y, but we need a person. Right? The best example I can give is you don't need paper folder today. It used to be required in 1990. You carry all PDF files. Right? You don't print paper, put it in a folder and carry. Right? Does that mean that entire employee base of folder has reduced to the level? Answer is yes. But equally important is your pen drive manufacturer has increased manifold. So the people who reduced here, they shifted in a technology. Now USB, which was zero, is 90%, paper folder is 10%, which was earlier 100% paper folders, zero USB, not invented. So it is always a shift. It is never a reduction. Right? So automation again, though it is a current trend, it aids things, but it will not replace. Again, it's artificial intelligence and automation. They are human driven, developed by humans. Biotechnology and bioinformatics. Use of IT in this medical field. Right? Smartwatch is one example of biotechnology. Your pacemakers are again a biotechnology devices. Right? So using technology in medical field, getting better data out of it is going to help patient, treating the patient better way. Right? Earlier, if you remember, we used to have body temperature measurement happening. So patient has a fever, hospitalized, continuous temperature was being monitored. Every half an hour, somebody will measure that body temperature, record it. Now this device is available. Now you have a data available continuously. It is aiding medical profession. Right? It will not replace. So use of biotechnology in the field is again a current trend. Smartwatches, one example that everybody uses. Continuously they are evolving. They keep adding things. Pre-COVID, nobody was aware about SpO2 measurement. Now go in the market, try to buy a smartwatch. Every device will have a SpO2 measurement available. Right? How many of you are going to need it? But innovation will keep happening, prices will go down, they will generalize. So again, it is going to be a trend, and biotechnology is in trend for last decade. Though I am talking about current trend, it is still in the trend from last 10 years. Sorry, this is the last slide. Okay, so when we talk about current trends, these are Gartner chart. Gartner is a technology research company. They keep researching on technology related aspects. So they publish various research papers. This is a chart by Gartner which is called as hype trends. So this is hype chart of 2024 released in August 24, where they are talking about emerging trends or current trends, and when they'll reach a plateau. Plateau is basically where it will stabilize. Every trend coming into picture not necessarily will be there for lifelong. Some may be innovations which have become trends, but they will not continue. So Gartner keeps researching this data on current trends. So if you look at their yearly they also showcase. So if you look at, they categorize into innovation trigger, peak of inflated expectations. Now when they come up with the innovation, there is certain expectation as well from the market. So when it is going to peak with its research, ongoing research, then as there is a expectation, there might be a delusionment. It is not performing as expected. So again, trend will have a delusional thorough. Then slope of enlightenment, from all success and failures happening here, they'll evolve, they'll start increasing to a level, and then they will have a plateau where it will be actually used as the standard technology. So if you look at current trends, they also talk about how many years it will take to plateau. So new trend has come up in the market, may not necessary that it is only for a year. If you look at certain trends, they have already estimated about 10 years. If you look at 6G, they are saying plateau will be reached after 10 years. 5G had just reached the plateau couple of years back. AI, again they are saying will take 2 to 5 years. Still research is going on. They are talking about generative AI, right? But on generative AI, the research has slowed down. Human mind cannot be replaced. If you allow machines to think themselves evolve, that is going to be a danger to humans itself. So generative AI, they have slowly reducing the research as well. So this is the chart for current trends as released in August 24. Okay. So this was the last slide. Stop. Okay. So you have any questions on trends or research? You have any questions on that? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abijit Athavale, sir, for sharing your valuable insights with us today. We truly appreciate the time and effort you have taken to enlighten us on such important topics. Your expertise and knowledge have added a great value to this session. A heartfelt thank you to everyone for being such an engaging audience. Let's continue to learn and grow together. Thank you.
We have next session in pipeline and it is on career in SAP. This is in online mode, so we will wait for the guest to join this session. It will take hardly 5 minutes to join and we will go ahead. So if students come across some problems, you can, or say questions, you can ask them and he will be able to answer looking at the topic he has. And you can ask questions related to career in SAP industry. Just wait for 5 minutes, he will be joining soon.